Good afternoon, everyone. We're here to present our new signing at Milan, Kyle Walker. I don't need to explain to you what sort of player he is. His statistics speak for themselves. Have you spoken to any Milan players from the past about the history of Milan in recent times? It's a big decision. The Manchester City captain that's...
As you said there, you know, I could have stayed in Manchester. I still had a contract there, and I would have warranted that contract if they wouldn't have let me leave. That's just me as a person. But I think it comes down to challenges in life. I think sometimes you find yourself in a little bit of a situation where you think, okay, I need to try something different. And I've spoke to many players, many ex-players that have not really moved on or moved abroad in the different league of the Premier League, and they kind of said to me, I wish I experienced it. Now, if I wasn't going to a big club, I don't think I would have done it. I think I would have stayed in the Premier League, stayed at Manchester City, and continued my career there. But when a club like this comes, knocking on the door for you, I think there's only certain clubs in the world that you can kind of not say no to. And this was the opportunity that I wanted. When I spoke to Zlatan, he made it clear that they're excited. They wanted to take me on board, and that made me feel secure. That made me feel, okay, this is the right decision. And when you just get the gut feeling, that was the gut feeling that I had. And hopefully, it's a positive end to the season for me personally, but also more importantly for the team. As for your last question with Ferrari, for Lewis as well, being an Englishman, I want him to win. And Ferrari, for being Italian, I want them to win. So hopefully, fingers crossed. Grazie.
Where you're at, it's difficult with the transfer window ongoing, I know. Are you looking at a midfielder as well as potentially a forward option?
The second thing with the bonus, if you're talking monetary value, no, of course not. The bonus is winning the Champions League. The bonus is not money. I don't play football for anything other than the joy and the passion. Obviously, things at Manchester City wasn't going too well, and I wasn't playing enough football of what I wanted to do. So a reason for me wanting to come and play football and for this great club was, that I hopefully can, play a little bit more football than what I was doing there. And I want to win things. I spent a long time in my career at Tottenham, getting there or getting close or coming to finals and losing, which was, it was a shame. So when I joined Manchester City to win the 17 trophies that I did in 7 years, to win 6 Premier Leagues, to win 1 Champions League with a treble, the Super Cup, the Club World Cup, these are things that I'm not stopping now. Even at my age of 34, I've come here to win, because I prefer winning, and I prefer the last 7 years than from 19 until 27, I can assure you that.
Question for Walker. I wanted to ask you, what do you think the first quality that you have?
Of course, for me to play in this club, to be, to put on the famous shirt is very good. Obviously it's a great ambition for mine to take something different and try something different in England. And I felt was a great opportunity for me to come here and, express my talents and everything like that.
Good afternoon. I wanted to ask you, during the Milan-Parma game, when the opposition led by 2-1, did you think, what am I doing here?
It's, at my age, from my experience, I can pass on that, to the younger players, but also, I can't do it alone. And I think from what I've seen in the first 3 to 4 days of me being here, there is leaders, but as Zlatan said, maybe the confidence is a little bit low. The rhythm is win game, lose game, have a bad performance, have a good performance, and you need a level of consistency. Obviously, the manager has changed, but I feel from what he's come in and from what I'm listening to over the last 3 days that he's got a good idea. He's got a good, you know, foundation that he wants to build this club on, and I think it's needed. I think it's needed because sometimes there needs to be discipline. Sometimes there needs to be that fire and emotion coming from the body because it projects onto the players. And maybe, you know, recently that the players have lacked a little bit of that. I've not seen much of that, so that's just my personal opinion from what I'm hearing and like you're saying to me today. But that's my job. That's my job, not just to play well on the field, but, you know, obviously I know Fick, I know Ruben, I know Tammy from England. I hope they trust me because I tried to lead them at England as being the vice captain under Harry Kane, and you know, hopefully they can then lean on me to trust me to know that I'm going to lead them in the right direction on the field and to follow me because you know I've won a lot of things and I've come here with the experience of you know hopefully doing the same here.
I wanted to ask you, as Ibrahimovic has just said, you bring leadership and character. Have you already spoken to some of the players?
Grazie a tutti e buona.
Thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you ever so much.